Welcome, everyone. My name is Mike LeBrun, calling in from Alexandria, Ontario, Canada, with the VP of Max International, the one and the only Mr. Bob Kaelin. And today's call and video will be about the history of Dr. Herbert Nagasawa and his goal, his dream, and his vision. So, Mr. Bob Kaelin, please take it away.
Thank you so much, Mike, and thank you for doing this call and presentation. It is my pleasure to be able to talk about Dr. Herb Nagasawa. Having been with Max now for almost 8.5 years, almost from the very beginning, and watching Max International evolve. And one of the highlights of that evolution was when Dr. Herb Nagasawa came to Max and presented his research, his product that he had developed, and the technologies behind it. And as we had the opportunity of meeting with him many times to hear his story, it is truly amazing what he was able to do as a professor at the University of Minnesota, as a senior career research scientist, as a relationship with the Minneapolis Veterans Administration Medical Center, and being able to work as 32 years as a senior editor for the Journal of Medicinal Chemistry, and also publishing over 170 peer-reviewed articles. This is truly a remarkable man that has dedicated his life to making a difference in people's lives. His humility, his quiet attitude, but his entire life dedicated to making a difference in people's lives. And that dedication really manifests itself in his story about why he started trying to find a way for the body to stimulate its natural production of glutathione. Because Dr. Nagasawa knew that glutathione was beneficial, but one of the things that he found as he was tasked by the Veterans Administration was to come up with a way to help the Veterans Administration with soldiers coming home from war, with alcoholism, with substance abuse, and with cirrhosis of the liver. And after many, many trials and errors, the question was, why would you keep going when the answers didn't come? And as a career scientist, he knew that failure was the beginning of success. And so even though they came up with many, many ideas and they thought, okay, this is the answer, the reality was until Jeanette Roberts, one of his graduate assistants and students, found a way to merge D-ribose and cysteine, because they knew cysteine was the precursor for our cells to create more glutathione. But cysteine is a very fragile molecule, and it needed to be protected so that if we swallowed it as it went through the digestive system, all glutathione is destroyed unless it's protected. And he found, after many trials and errors, that D-ribose was the ingredient that would protect cysteine. And the trials that Jeanette Roberts did and were published showed that by giving toxic levels of acetaminophen, which would kill the liver, they could give lethal doses of acetaminophen and protect the cell in vitro with ribosine, which is a combination of D-ribose and cysteine. And once that result came through where it was 100% effective, they didn't lose any of the participants in the study, he knew that he had something that was really remarkable. And he came to Max and said, I've been watching you as a company that is the leader in glutathione and nutritional products that would stimulate the natural production of glutathione. I want you to take my research, my patents, and my technology to the peoples of the world. And that was our task by Dr. Nagasawa. And so that merger came to be. And one of the questions that was asked of Dr. Nagasawa was, why wouldn't you take this to a pharmaceutical company? A company who would pay you millions and millions of dollars for your technology and patents. And he said a pharmaceutical company would do one of two things. They would either make my technology and all of my science into a pharmaceutical prescription drug, so it would not be available to the peoples of the world, or they would bury my technology because it would restrict the sales of their pharmaceutical drugs. And so I came to you, Max, because I want this to be available to the peoples of the world without a prescription. And so that is the whole mission of Max International, to honor Dr. Herb Nagasawa's legacy. Now, to show you how incredible Dr. Nagasawa was, after 9/11 and the planes crashing into the Twin Towers in New York City, the government put out, Homeland Security put out a kind of a plea to all scientists and medical professionals to come up with a 3-minute antidote for cyanide poisoning. And Dr. Nagasawa was the only one that was able to come up with a 3-minute antidote for cyanide poisoning. And Homeland Security had a special dinner to honor Dr. Nagasawa for his research and technology and for his success in being able to bring that to the Homeland Security. So Dr. Nagasawa is an incredible man with an incredible dream of really making a difference in the people's lives all over the world. Mike?
You know, one of the things that I see, you know, when you talk, Bob, it's incredible to have Dr. Herbert Nagasawa's story, and I want to thank you for sharing with us. But also, you know, it's you know, you've gotten to travel and have impacted lives around the world with our products, and I want to say thank you for doing what you are doing. So hopefully, I know, folks, that this video is going to be very helpful for a lot of you, and use it to your liking. So have a great day, and we'll talk soon.